New York State is making sure the life of a Port Jervis man who was lynched 130 years ago is never forgotten. News 12's Darius Radzius has more on how Robert Lewis will always be remembered.
It was a day of shame for Port Jervis 130 years ago.
This story,
an event the city is just now reckoning with in this solemn ceremony of reflection and commemoration. It was important for resident Elizabeth Miller to be here.
It's not good to forget about anything that's happened. You don't learn from it and you don't grow.
The city unveiled this historic marker as a reminder of the public lynching of Robert Lewis. The 28-year-old African-American was arrested for allegedly sexually assaulting a white woman. Author Michael Warden,
and within a couple decades, it becomes a footnote in our history.
Felt this is a story that needed to be told.
I was a police officer here for 22 years. It's probably one of the few unsolved homicides, and he deserves justice for that.
We are retracing the path from where the mob grabbed Lewis from the police station with his hands bound behind his back and a rope around his neck and dragged him to the tree where he was eventually hanged. And along the way, they brutally beat him and kicked him.
He was bloody and half naked and looked like he was almost dead.
The horror of that in and of itself is mind-boggling.
Although it happened so long ago, Travis Brown still felt strong emotions as he unveiled the marker near where Lewis was hanged.
I can imagine if that was my brother, if that was my father, that was my uncle. I mean, what was he going through? You know, helpless, just very painful.
Mayor Kelly Decker was a history teacher.
we want to make sure that things that happened wrongly in the past do not happen again.
But Brown says racism still lives today.
Still to this day, you know, it's still going on. Maybe not in the form of like lynching, like from a tree, but police brutality, hate on hate, black on black crime, it's still going on.
He says there's still work to be done. In Port Jervis, Darius Radzius, News 12.